Welcome to Make It Take It. I'm DC. In this video, I'm going to take you through an example of football sports betting lines and what you're going to see when you pull up a game in your sports betting app. In about a minute, I'm going to take my dry erase board and I'm going to show you an example that I drew up of that. With more and more states approving sports betting, it's really important that we understand what's going on with those numbers there so that we can beat the books together. So if you haven't yet, subscribe below. And I give tutorials, free picks, people comment and give their opinions of games so we can win together. I don't have a big fancy production. I don't have a lot of graphics on my screen yet. I might work on that, but I do have a drumstick. I have MC. I'm coming off a really good MLB season. It was really profitable for us. Looking ahead to college basketball season, which is starting soon. So let me get to those lines. So this is an example of a football betting line that I drew up, and this could be for NFL or college, either one. In this example, I use the Bengals and the Steelers. So you have your two teams listed, and you have a line for the Bengals and a line for the Steelers. There's three columns in their lines. The first line is the spread. That's the first column. So a lot of people call that also just the line. So the spread is the margin of victory that the favorite has to win by in the game. So the Bengals are minus 6.5, so they have to win by more than 6.5. They make the number on a half a lot of times so that there's no tie, and it's just easier to go that way. It's win or lose, no push. The number underneath this little minus 110, that's the VIG or the juice. It's the buy-in that you have to buy this bet for when you take. You lay 110. These are based on $100 increments. So you have to put up 110 for every 100 that you want to win. And that doesn't mean you have to bet 100. You bet whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to win $10, you have to put up $11 to win 10. If you want to win 100, you put up 110 to win 100. So on your sports betting app, they're going to take $110 out of your account. When your game wins, they're going to put 210 back. The 110 they took out plus the 100 that you won. And that's standard. Again, 110 for a lot of lines. They fluctuate sometimes, 105, 100, but for the most part, you're going to see 110. The lines fluctuate too based on how they're being bet. But the Steelers spread here is plus 6.5. So the Steelers, as the underdog, can lose by up to 6.5 points, and you still win your bet if you take the Steelers plus 6.5. In the example that I gave, the Bengals win 26-20. These are the results on the bottom. 26-20. So in my example, the Steelers would have won if you took them on the spread because they lost by 6. You had 6.5. Had they lost by 7, the Bengals would have won. But since they lost by 6, anything 6 or less, or if the Steelers win, then you win your spread bet. The middle column is the total. The total or the over-under. So this is the combined score of both teams at the end of the game, including overtime. So if you took my combined score in my example was 46, so the over would have came out because it was over 45. If you took the under, you would have lost your bet because it added up to 46. The last line is the money line, and that's just the team that you're taking straight up to win. No line, no 6.5. If you want the Bengals just to win the game and you don't want to have to put up any points, you can take them, but you have to lay a lot of money for them since they're a big favorite. Minus 265. That means you have to put up 265 for every 100. Works the same way. Doesn't have to be 265 if you want to bet. If you want to win $100, you put up $26.50 for every $10 you want to win. So you just add or subtract based on this money line. Conversely, for the Steelers, if you take the Steelers on the money line and they win, you win plus 225 based on 100. So if you put up 100, you're going to get back 325. If you wanted to put up 200, you'd win 450, so you'd get back 650. I hope that was clear. Now you can bet any of these 6 bets on these lines individually. You can take the Steelers plus 6.5 if you want. You can put $50 on that. You can put $50 on the under if you want. Or you can take one of the money lines individually based on what you're comfortable with. So you don't have to take a combination of any of them. Each one is a separate bet, but you can combine them in parlays and teasers. And if you want to see a video about different bet variations, leave me a comment below and let me know. Also, just let me know if I explained anything clearly, if you want me to explain anything any better. I hope that was clear to you. Thank you for watching. Like my video and subscribe. Good luck.